All right. Let's get things started. Oh boy, I'm tired. All right. What's up, JB? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Today, what a day. What a day it was. We saw metals pull back. We saw stocks pull back. We saw crypto pull back. I'll tell you what. JP Morgan Chase didn't pull back. They were up 1.88% on the day. So, I am starting to believe it was the bank's fault. They're the ones selling everything. Those cheeky little bastards. But anyways, we did have some news today. Apparently, government shutdown back on the table. So, Congress, the Democrats, and a few Republicans decided not to vote for whatever the bill was to make sure the government stayed open. So now it's like, oh, great, we got the games going into midterms. Let's go. You couple that in with futures expirations tomorrow, well, you get what just happened. Big old pullback. I feel like this is a news-driven catalyst for now. We're going to see how it goes into next week, going into February. If the dump continues, well then, hey, we're going down, baby. Either way, we can long the market, we can short the market. Doesn't really matter. We just look for areas in which it makes sense to get in. I got a pretty decent list for you guys today. We're going to check out the metals. We're going to check out Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, Waste Management. Then we're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, AVAX, Ondo, C Token, BNB, and Hype. So, we do have a full list here. If you guys have anything you want to request in the meantime and in between time, feel free. We will get to all the requests. Thank you once again, all the members. You guys really do keep this channel alive, so I do thank you so much for your help, your generosity, and your greatness. So, yeah, other than that, let's dive on into it. I want to request Zinc. I got to figure out what the ticker is for Zinc, but yeah, we can check out Zinc. We could check her out. All right, so starting out with gold. Gold on the day. Crazy price movements. If we go into our 1 hour time frame, you'll end up seeing this 1 hour candle right here was 5.85%. I don't think a lot of people understand the magnitude of that, because gold happens to be at a $35 trillion evaluation, and it happens to be the world's largest reserve currency at the moment, beating out the US dollar. XZN USD, all right. XZN USD, sweet. We will look into that. So yeah, this 5.89% was something in the neighborhood of $1.75 to $2 trillion with a T. That's crazy money that this one wick had in a single hour. Nearly $2 trillion got taken out of the market. Insane. Absolutely insane. So I'm thinking that was either a country or a bank that pulled that one off. And they're probably a big bank. Looking at JP Morgan's stock, maybe it was JP Morgan, who knows. But yeah, then we created a lower high, so we are now looking at the possibility of a downtrend for gold finally starting. The closest level of support I would say we have is sitting right here at 4,539. If we're gifted with a nice little pullback on gold, we could see this thing come all the way down there. That would result in a possible 12.73% move to the downside. Generally speaking, we would be expecting this to start flowing into other markets, mainly into stocks, and then slowly work its way into risk-on assets. But as of right now, we saw everything pull back, and nothing else pumped. So it leaves a lot on the table of what the hell just happened. And yeah, so only other thing I could think of is they were utilizing it to pay debts, because private credit, it is not doing well. Private credit's doing terrible, and they were probably expecting a rate cut. which they didn't get. Now we're worried about private credit once again. So yeah. Also, I guess there's another rumor out there that the interest in AI is currently dwindling. So that's causing a lot of fear also that the bubble is coming to an end. So, fun times in the market for sure. But anyways, this is what I'm seeing out of gold right now. 1 hour showing us signs of more downside. We're going to see how it goes. If gold keeps going down and nothing else goes up, I'm going to just keep thinking it's something to do with private credit. And until I'm proven otherwise, that's just what I'm going to think it is. So the Fed really does need to figure that out. Probably need some emergency rate cuts. I just realized I don't have my hat on, and I should. Representing. But anyways, yeah. That's gold. Let's go ahead and check out silver. Silver, finally, red day. Now, silver managed to get up to an $11 trillion market cap with a T. Trillion. So let's check out what intraday happened. That was an 8% move. Awesome weeks hat, not weeks. Buy DeFi. Buy DeFi. That is, I don't even know what week. No, week's logo. It looks like two diamonds intersecting. So yeah, this is buy DeFi though. But yeah, so 8% on an 11 to possibly $12 trillion asset. This was nearly $1 trillion as well. But as you can see on the 1 hour, we did put in that lower high. Okay, got it. But yeah, we did put in that lower high, so there is a possibility that we finally start pulling back. If we do start pulling back, we're going to go back to the daily time frame here. We are looking for support at $81.78. If this does happen, we could see this thing come on down 26% on a real normal correction. But 26%, that is trillions of dollars. That's $2 trillion. Just need to put that in perspective for you. How much money is in these metals right now, particularly gold and silver? It is insane, absolutely insane. But yeah, if we do get that pullback, that's what we're looking for. Back testing 81.78 would not be strange in the least. Noted, if we continue to the upside, hey, sky's the limit, as we can tell from the past. So, go metals, go. Next up, we got copper. Copper, disappointing. Disappointing that as soon as it's getting its breakout, the whole market poops the bed. Unfortunate. Copper, it's turning into the ugly stepchild. You have multiple bearish divergences, so we could see this thing come back down anywhere between 542 and 515, but you do have a weekly level of support sitting at $5.03. So if copper comes down, hey, maybe we will still be able to afford wires. Just maybe. Who knows? But yeah, copper, if it decides to come down, if it decides to regard all of this bearish divergence as actual bearish divergence, could be as low as 503. Would be a decent pullback. I'll admit it. Would be decent. I wouldn't mind. Actually, I wouldn't mind. I have options out on this thing. I would mind completely. But that could be a 15% move to the downside and a bullish backtest of the 200 daily moving average. All right? Alrighty. I'm still up pretty big on those options, but besides the point. Go higher. All right, looking at platinum here. Like and subscribe and click join. Yeah, you can do all that if you guys feel the need to get your chat in, or if you want to request things, you can always do that live here on a day like today. We only do these members only chat streams Tuesday, Thursdays. They've been going to the wayside lately because of rugby practice, but tonight I decided no rugby practice for me. So, is what it is. Right now, right this moment, we are losing an uptrend for platinum. We do have a downtrend that we could come down and bullishly backtest. So if we do come down and do that, we have a 50-symbol moving average on the daily, currently sitting at $2,069. That, I think, would provide very, very good support. But we do have a level down here that could support us as well. We were trying to wick below it before we started moving to the upside. 2,253 is our daily support at the moment. So we're going to see what the market makers and countries and institutions decide to do with this one. But there's a possibility of more upside. On the day, it only lost 2.42%. Held up very, very well, all things considered. So there's that. But noted, new day, it's getting wrecked. Getting absolutely wrecked. Next up, we have Microsoft. So Microsoft, MSFT. So Microsoft Corporation, tough day. At opening, you dropped hard. And I mean hard. To be fair, though, we did have a death cross on the daily. We have a bearish backtest of that daily 200 simple moving average. So we were looking for some downside movement. We just weren't expecting it to be a bullish backtest of this more recent downtrend. So Microsoft, as of this moment, it's not that bad, but it's also bad. So this is where I was looking into Microsoft, seeing what the heck happened. And yeah, essentially it is now competing with another company directly with its own services, like Excel. Oh, thank you, babe. Appreciate it. Love you. Like Excel, because apparently the world of AI can now access a lot of the different programs that Microsoft was selling subscriptions for. And then, on top of that, if AI could start bypassing some software, well then, we might not need it. And then another sector that Microsoft normally does pretty well in is gaming. Gaming has been taking a hit for the last 3 years, maybe 4 years. It has not been doing well ever since people started going back to work, and the economy has been absolutely poop. So, yeah, Microsoft's getting hit from all sides right now. If it manages to hang on to support somehow, some way, great. We could see a continuation to the upside because, you know, reasons. On the weekly, I think is where it's more interesting here on the weekly, because we are getting back to those oversold territories that we were back before the rally started. So if the weekly is anything to go off of, we could start putting in some higher lows and continuations to upside. But I do think Microsoft is in trouble, especially if the whole AI boom starts to go down. And then on top of that, their services are getting undercut by AI as well. So good luck to Microsoft. You have support at 389, but if you lose that, 345 is your stronger support, and it would be a confirmation low from your previous low. So we're going to see what happens there. Either way, you were playing off of the hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. You had a nice spike out of there, and it looks like we're just getting a nice retracement. So that's Microsoft for you. Let's go ahead and check out Meta. So Meta had a great day today. Meta, I'm not sure who Zuckerberg paid, but apparently when it comes to advertising, Meta is king. Meta does crazy well with advertising. They're also burning a ton of money on AI, so there's that. But also, the technicals don't look bad on the weekly. They really don't. We're getting back to our lows on the RSI as we did previously, so right back into the lows. You had a much higher price, continuing to make higher lows, and now on the daily, they were up 10.4% on the day. They had a great day today. They're getting into that overbought territory, so that is one thing to be concerned about, because if they open up red in the morning, short this S, short the ever-living daylights out of it, because right this moment you are forming hidden bearish divergence, so be careful there. Just be careful. Somebody's going to be like, but you made a higher high. I understand, but you're not supposed to get overbought while you already had bearish divergence and creating a lower high. This just creates the reason to start selling. So, heads up there. Could be coming. But we'll see how it goes. Also, they completely disrespected a death cross. I've never seen that before. I've actually never seen that before. That's crazy. Anyways, right this moment, if we open up into the red, we could see Meta trade all the way down to 565 or 529. We will see. We'll see how it does. But If it decides to keep going to the upside, wow. Just wow. That's all I got to say. Just wow. Anyways, moving on from Meta, we got Tesla, and Tesla's in trouble now. So yesterday, Tesla didn't look that bad. Today, Tesla looked bad. Tesla looking bad. Looking real bad. Looking bearish back test bad. So right now, we're going to look for the continuation to the downside. We have support sitting at 409 and 382. Let's hope and pray that it holds. Let's hope and pray. Because you did have some bearish divergence. If this was your lower high, we could see a continuation to the downside, more than likely testing this previous range down here around 350 to 390. Or sorry, 360 to 350. So that would be unfortunate for Tesla, but strong probability with the loss of the longer term uptrend. We have to just give full credence to the more recent downtrend now. And with that being said, we could actually mark this up and get an idea for how low we could go. As of right this moment, yep, we could bring it down here. Right this moment, we'd be looking for 371 to the downside for Tesla. Yikes. Let's hope we get a new driven catalyst to send us the other direction tomorrow. We could see another 10.59% to the downside for Tesla. Hang on to your butts. All right, anyways, Waste Management, we're going to check her out real quick. This is the new one that I'm buying up and I'm currently holding. But Waste Management here on the daily, we just got back above the 200 simple moving average. We are bullishly backtesting 223 as support right now. We did dip into that overbought territory, but we are resetting quickly. So this is nice. Waste Management, they did announce amazing things for this year. They announced that they were going to be doing a corporate buyback of $400 million. They're also going to be raising their dividends by 16.3, either 16.3 or 16.8%. So you can make more money while doing nothing. Waste Management, it's holding a nice place in my heart. Keep our streets clean, keep the garbage in the dumps, and keep my wallet fat. Keep doing all that. I love it. Anyways, we're on the move to the upside, still aiming at 295. So let's just pray and hope that this hidden bearish divergence does not play out. Let's pray and hope. Yeah, just there's hidden bearish divergence. Gonna make that very clear. There's hidden bearish divergence. So if that does play out, we're gonna be looking for way further downside. just way further, like all the way down. And for this particular setup, if it does go down, we're going to be looking at 186.47. That would be very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So let's hope it doesn't happen. Possible 16% drop. That would probably mean private credit is really screwing the pooch. And yeah, the economy is in a super bad spot. I would start expecting an emergency Fed meeting where they suddenly cut interest rates fast, trying to save the markets. Because it's one thing to have bad jobs numbers, rising unemployment, but it's another to have a dying stock market at the same time. The Fed would have to step in. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and start diving into the cryptos. So first up, we got Bitcoin here. Let's go ahead and check out a different chart real quick that's cleaner. We're going to check out the Coinbase chart. So on Coinbase, bit cleaner, a lot less noise here. You can see it plain as day. We hit a low at 80K. It looks like we're getting that confirmation low at the moment. So if this is the case, next thing to happen would be, we get a common retrace. We're waiting to see. Will we get it? Will we not? We don't know. What I will say, though, is we were making great uptrend moves, and then even your RSI was coming up, sudden drop. So that's when I was like, the heck is this? That doesn't make any sense. You even have low stochastics that just barely started getting the move to the upside, and then we got slammed down today. This is where I start saying, oh, something had to have happened. And then, of course, I start digging around, and it's like, oh, cool. When I digged around, that was kind of funny. So you can see where government shutdown, that's happening. Apparently the US stole some Russian guy, I think, out of Scotland, which is like we're stealing people more? That's crazy. Then we also have that blockade. Damien shared that inside of the Discord. There was a blockade out in the Middle East and, rising tensions around Cuba. So there's a lot going on. A lot going on. Perfect day for Trump to meet with the doomsday man himself, Kevin Warsh. I guess so. Yeah, perfect day for that. But yeah, as of right now, we are down. We're low. We're not holding on to recent levels of support. But if you stare at the daily and you see this wick low, if we maintain 80,280 on Coinbase, we might just be okay. We just might be okay. We shall see. But the big thing you always got to keep in mind, the weekly candle close is going to be what you need to pay attention to here. That weekly candle close, because we do have hidden bullish divergence on the weekly at the moment, but it is currently at risk of getting canceled out. So if the bulls can bring this thing back up, hey, we are still cooking, baby. But right now we are trying to utilize this area as a support. We are trying desperately hard. He met with Trump early in the morning. Markets reacted violently after. Quite a fascinating pick for Fed chair. Polar opposite of the easing mindset. Interesting. That's interesting. I didn't even realize he met with him today. Yeah, that is really interesting. So yeah, weekly candle close, if we can stay above this more recent trend with the hidden bullish divergence on the weekly, if we can stay above that, we're good. Just bad dream. It's fine. But if we don't, it's going to be pretty rough. It's going to be pretty rough out there. Invalidating hidden bullish divergence, never a good thing. That's when shorts really get paid, because you get long squeezes, and then that's where you get every doomsdayer out there just like, oh my god, yes, I was right, and the stars aligned for them. Then you never hear them shut up, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, see, I called it. They'll never call the bottom, but they will always claim that they called the top, and then it's like, well, where'd you call it? They probably called it around here. It's like, well, as soon as we lost our support, so you didn't call the top. You called it at the support. Okay. To not call a common retrace is hard. That's very hard. So I still think a common retrace is coming, and or even new all-time highs. Today did not get me overly bearish. Today was a news-driven catalyst, and generally speaking, those dissolve into the ether in the coming days. We also have a brand new month coming. So, should be fun. What's up, LNE? How you doing? How you doing? All right, moving on from here, we got Ethereum. Ethereum, same boat. I mean, we just have to not get below this low. We have a lot more wiggle room. So, Ethereum, it can still come all the way down to 2,500, and the hidden bullish divergence is still intact. So, Ethereum has way more wiggle room. But I'll tell you what, last week, that bearish engulfing candle is now looking like, it's a prophecy. We're going lower. So, Ethereum's doing really bad. We also lost support today. So, I am looking for much, much more downside, because you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that, Ethereum. You're not supposed to get back above your 50 to then lose it and bearishly backtest it. That's just not a good look. Not a good look. So, Ethereum, just like most of the other altcoins, they're going to have a lot harder hill to climb if Bitcoin struggles. A lot harder hill to climb. So anyways, this could still be a confirmation low. Remember that. We do have a wick low here, and we did have a downtrend in which we broke out of. We could still get that confirmation low, getting the exact same level at 2,650. And then we're still bullish, still looking for that common retrace to the upside. So, hope is not lost, everybody. Relax. 2,500 is the pain point for short-term holders. Bitcoin cooked. It's short-termies. Ethereum still has a chance to hit them. Point. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Ethereum does still have a chance to hit them right in the kissa. Pow in the kisser. Feeling it, but all good. Making nachos. Nice. Making some nachos. Beautiful. All right, so that is Ethereum right now. Let's go ahead and check out Solana. So Solana, as I mentioned, if we did not hang on to 125, we'd more than likely see 113. We're at 113. Now, Solana's in the danger zone because guess what? You kind of put in some hidden bearish divergence before this, and that means we have much more downside. Nachos are always appetizing. That's true, but are they beef nachos? Are they chicken nachos? What protein did you use? I swear to God, if you're just having cheese, step your game up, all right? We don't need these Caucasian casualties around here. Step your game up. Get some flavor in there. So we still can see more downside. Another 17% for Solana. This is where we start seeing the alts get absolutely annihilated. But weird thing, that would line up perfectly with your wick low all the way back here in August of 2025. Kind of crazy. Brisket, make it interesting. That would be pretty interesting. Brisket nachos would be wild. So yeah, if we do get this confirmation low, I don't know how I'd feel about that because you do have a lower high. Then it just looks like you're consolidating even longer. I would kind of hate that move. I would actually really hate that move. So let's hope and pray that doesn't happen. But either way, right now, heads on the chopping block for Solana. You just cleared your recent lows. Therefore, you are expecting more downside. Before you try and short this thing, wait for the bounce and then dive headfirst in there. So yeah, Solana, you're in trouble. This is a key support too. Key support. If you lose it, you're more than likely hitting $78. You can see it. Anytime you lose this level, straight to 78, straight to 78, straight to 78. What's to stop you from doing the exact same thing again? Nothing. Nothing's going to stop you. Beef, bro. Mince, beans, cheese, sour cream, and guac on Doritos. You're on the Bluetooth while I avoid burning the things. Beautiful, LNE. Love to hear that. That's beautiful. Great. Those look like some classy nachos. You're gonna make whatever girls around you proud. That's good. All right. Next up, we're gonna check out XRP. You know what? For a corporation coin, not very good. Not very good. Did really poorly here on the day, losing 5.42%. Corporation coin, do better. So the trade setup we had up here for, I don't know, weeks, now has failed. It has failed. I'm sorry, everyone. I failed you. I didn't expect the news to take us down. I didn't expect it. Baby mama and buds not here this week. Just me and the dog. Beautiful. Beautiful. Make the best meals for yourself. I love it. I love it. All right, so we can get rid of all of this thought process here, and we can focus on what really happened. The hidden bearish divergence on the daily played out. That's what happened. As you lost support, it played out. So now we are looking at the strong probability that you could do something like this. As of right this moment, you still could see another move down to 155. So unfortunate. Hidden bearish divergence is taking over the markets right now. It's ravenous. It's all over the place. Could see another 12% downside for XRP. XRP to 58 cents. Hey, that's just the prophecy. We're back to the prophecy. Brad Garlinghouse finally showing his true colors. I don't know what Brad Garlinghouse has said recently or what he's done recently, but I remember when he was up for like becoming the head of the SEC or some nonsense. Yeah, he got extra friendly with the banks. It was wild. I was like, I wonder what wheels he's greasing over there. It's wild. He's like, you want some XRP token? They're like, I don't want that trash. Like, all you do is sell it. It's fine. Our long-term holders will buy. Don't worry about it. Anyways, we could see another 12% downside. We are now re-entering into the previous downtrend. Not good. Not positive. Not positive at all. So yeah. He was disappointed heavily with how people were upset that stablecoin yield would be revoked. I mean, yeah, Of course. But the problem with that is Brad Garlinghouse, he's been on the side of the banks the whole time. I don't know why people don't know that. That's why he partnered up with so many banks around the world. And if the banks don't want to yield on stablecoins, obviously he's going to be like, yes, sir. That just seems like non-news to me. It's weird. That's weird. Anyways. Yeah, so that's XRP. For the corporation coin, it is struggling tonight. We'll see if we get news in the other direction. We'll see. Yeah, but this was basically him showing his bare ass, and yet people still defend XRP. That's fair. That's fair. They really do. They defend it hard. Like it's wild. I didn't know that a group could defend something that hard. You know. All right, let's check out AVAX with its brand new spot ETF. What do we have to look forward to? We're touching $10. So this is actually the area I love buying in. If we lose this area, we still have support at $8.76. But this is an area I really do like buying in. So I have been allocating a little bit to AVAX. I am not even afraid to say that. This is in my buying zone. So, yeah, I'm out here accumulating. If we happen to lose 10.58, we got 8.83 to hold us up. We lose 8.83. Oh man, AVAX is gonna look a little rough down here at $4.51. I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna look a little rough, but I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna just keep on buying. Anything that has a spot ETF eventually we'll probably see some inflows. I'm saying probably. We don't know for sure. Spot prices for a lot of projects that aren't poo-poo. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, this one I am buying spot. I'm holding it. I'm a owner of this particular asset. I like this one. So yeah, AVAX, we are still waiting for higher lows. We have not gotten any higher lows yet. So until we maintain the same low, then, you know, we can start talking about some more upside. But until that happens, I mean, we thought we had it, then today happened. We don't have it anymore. So we're waiting patiently until we can get a nice little move, possibly up to $18. Oh, the patience. All right, moving on from here, we got Ondo, another corporation coin. Ondo. So the reason why I call it a corporation coin is because this is like BlackRock's baby. They have made this thing, and they're like, we're going to tokenize the world. And they've already tokenized 200 stocks and put it on the Solana network. Obviously, it's not getting enough trading volume. But right now, we have support sitting right below us at 28.39. We are still waiting to see if that's going to be support or not, because we have support under that at 20.55. At these prices, I am currently buying Ondo because I am very underweight on my Ondo holdings, and I do believe in the future it is going to do amazing. It's just not doing amazing right now. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay, because then I have time to accumulate. The way I see it, I have all the way out until May to accumulate this little turd. So I can't wait. Rip to the people that thought Ondo would never lose 90 cents. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. But if you just mark this thing out, it's like you were more than likely going to test 59 cents. To not lose 90, that's, oh man, good luck. It didn't just lose 90, that was a giant wick. And then you never even recovered back to a bearish backtest. Look at that. You never recovered back to 86. It's just been down ever since. That's tough times. Tough times. Tough times. But remember, if you learned anything from Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan Chase, the things they want most, they're going to shove them into the ground and make you wish you never owned it. And then one day, you'll be like, oh my God, it's so high. Yeah, that's kind of the best part. So yeah, anyways, Ondo's one that I'm accumulating. We need to hold some support, 28.39 to 20.55. If we don't hold support there, I mean, good luck. We're going to the abyss. So hopefully we hold. moving on from Ondo, we got C token. So checking out C. Only reason we're checking out C token is because they got a brand new stablecoin from Tether. It is the USDT. USAT token. So this is the 100% US Treasuries backed stablecoin. And the greatest way this network has brought them in, we lost a lot of money. On the day, we ended up losing what? 6.83%. And now we're losing another 3.4%. Almost filling the wick. So if we do fill the wick, we could find ourselves back down here at a 0.689. And that would be pretty harsh. Be pretty darn harsh. Another 28% possible downside. We were looking for moves to the upside because you're running out of support. Like, support is leaving. Support is almost gone. You're at your last line of defense. Hold on to it. Otherwise, you're going to test it. Just period. Dot. There's nothing else to hold you back from a 28% drop. So C token, we might be set up for a nice little shorter Rooney if things don't get better. I will say you're deep in that bearish control zone, almost oversold. So I would say good luck if you are trying to short this thing right now. Me personally, I'm not shorting. I'm not longing. I'm not trading anything. I want to see what Wall Street does in the morning. I did very little trading today because, you know what? I didn't understand why we were dropping. And when I don't understand, I stay away from the trades. I got stopped out from that 75x long on Bitcoin last night. I was like, hey, what the heck is that? And then I decided to take a long on Zcash early this morning. I got some gains out of there, and then I just stopped trading. It was absolutely, I was like, wow, Zcash looks pretty good here. I'm going to take a bet on it. And then I did, and then the bounce stopped. So I was like, I'm out of here. Got out right away. Anyways, just a little FYI for some of you guys. Sometimes the best trade to do during the day is no trade at all. Sometimes. Kevin Warsh visiting the president caused such an incredible reaction in the markets. I mean, there were multiple things happening today. So I could have just been the collective. Could have been. All right, we're going to check out BNB token, another corporation coin. And I'm going to say, on the day, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Only lost 3.79%. It did better than Bitcoin and XRP. That's wild. Out of the corporation coins, the BNB did the best. We are still holding on to $845. We're still making a slightly higher low on the daily for now. So I guess the buyback and burns really does work. I guess it works. And we're still waiting on the common retrace, getting us back up to 1,151. So this leads me to believe that Binance, the BNB token, I think they're about to prop up their token really well. Either way, we lose this level. We could get a confirmation low as $787. True, but one of the most hawkish Fed governors of all time visiting the president, the man that wants inflation under 2%, I'd sell everything to. I don't know, because when you look up true inflation, they're saying it's already under 2%. So I have no idea what inflation is right now. I just know the Fed wants to keep rates as high as possible. And you know what? You can only keep them up so long. Once they finally... I think once they get the tax returns and they realize, oh my God, we're not getting tax revenue. Nobody has jobs. Like, yeah, what'd you expect? No one has jobs. Either way, I'm still calling Q2. End of Q2. They refinance that $8 trillion at a high interest rate. And then the Fed's going to be like, okay, we're good. We'll lower the rates now. I honestly think that's the only catalyst holding us up. The Fed's 2% target is divorced from reality. That's why it's insane of him to suggest it. Well, it's funny because it wasn't even the U.S. Fed's idea originally. Originally, there was some guy in Australia who was like, yeah, you know, we kind of want to keep interest rate or our inflation rate at like 2%. We think 2% is a good level. And that was all he said. So then the rest of the world decided, you know what? That's a good number. So yeah, that's really all it came from. They can adjust it. They could be like, oh, we want to keep inflation at 3%. Oh, we're under. Let's cut rates. It's really up to their discretion. It's kind of wild. It's actually kind of wild. But anyways, BNB token, we're not in dire straits yet. We still could come all the way down to 787. That would be a confirmation low. We'll see what the markets have in store for us. The thing we do have to pay attention to, though, is the hidden bearish divergence that did occur. So, you know, got to pay attention to that. If this is hidden bearish divergence, if this is the case, we would be looking at this a lot differently. And looking like the target would be $730. $730. So, yeah, BNB, if this was hidden bearish divergence and it takes hold, another 14% downside. I know some of you are like, what the hell is he talking about, hidden bearish divergence? You see this red line, how you had a high, then a lower high? Well, you had your RSI increasing a lot. I mean, like a lot. So, when you do that, it's not really good. Oh, wait, sorry. Bring it all the way down here where this started. So when you have that and you're significantly lower in price, and then you lose your uptrend, that usually leads to things like this 14% downside. So got to watch out for that hidden bearish divergence. You always just hope that this previous high and this high take over, not this. But yeah. I also mean that what they think is 2% isn't even close to what is actual 2% per true inflation. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. All right, the last one I got for you guys is Hype. Hype surprisingly looks pretty decent. Surprisingly looks pretty decent. But there's that whole hidden bearish divergence thing again. We did not have the strength to go up and test $37. We still have this previous high. Now we made a lower high, and we got overbought. So we could find ourselves in dire straits for Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid, I also believe, is still distributing new tokens. Like, they're still inflating their tokens. So we could very well see this thing drop even further. So we could come back down to $18.72. That's a 35% drop. It's a kind of a big deal for Hype. This is a false breakout, which means long squeeze is coming. And no, this one actually could come down really fast. So this might be the trade setup, the swing trade of the day. Hyperliquid, 35% downside is possible. And breaking of the uptrend here, which was apparently hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. So we're in weird times at the moment, guys. Weird times. Now, if we can create a higher low, we're going to be okay. Big if, though. In a Hype short right now, actually. Well, let's go, Jim. Let's go. So, yeah. Hyperliquid. This thing could go down a lot. A lot. Just a little mental heads up there. All right. We can finally get to our illustrious request of the night. We are checking out Zinc, XZN, USD for Zinc versus the dollar. Oh boy, where are we? No. What? CMX? No. Fusion Markets. What's that? 8 cup. CFI? Yeah, fuck it. We're choosing the first one. We're choosing the first one because if I know JB, he probably chose the first one. All right, checking out Zinc here. Let's go out to our weekly first. Weekly time frame. That's weird, but okay. All right. We're about to get a bullish cross on the weekly. That's kind of cool. We're getting a nice push to the upside. I think this is a common retrace, honestly. Big thing. We got to break above a level. If we don't break above this level, we're going to be in a hard time. We're testing it right now. I'd like to request SFL stock. I absolutely chose the first one. You did. SFL. All right, so right now, you can see back in the day, we actually held support here twice before it became a resistance. then we were no longer able to touch it. I'm going to say back in the day, but this is back in what, 2022? So, yeah, a little time has passed. We're now testing it. I don't know if it's a bearish back test, but it feels like it because we're overbought. Last time we were testing it, we were nowhere close to being overbought. We were in bearish control zone territory. Mon, please. All right, LNE, I got you. Mon. I got you, mon. All right, anyways. Anywho, on the weekly, we do have a bit of an uptrend here. Solid uptrend. And we finally started breaking away from it. Another area that we want to maintain price action is going to be above this. Let's put it right here. And right there. Okay, we got all of our levels that we care about. So if we can get above 35.45 and stay above 34.39 after, we're looking pretty damn bullish. This YouTube comment ban BS that happened is BS. Huh? Who was banned from commenting? There was a ban? So you're overbought on the weekly. On the daily, you happen to just be up and retracing. It's widespread. LNE, I see it happened in other live streams too. Oh, are you talking about like the names? Yeah, it was supposed to make it to where like bots, they wouldn't be able to flood into people's chats as much. You can automatically shadow ban comments. What? YouTube can automatically shadow ban comments? Really? That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, on the daily, I would like to see that stochastic retrace a bit. I do like seeing a lack of sell pressure, and the MACD looks fine. Everything looks fine here. The big thing I would be worried about is if you cannot break back above that, this could be, I believe, a bearish dragonfly. Just because there's a tiny wick at the bottom here. Small candle body, long wick at the top on the day. You finish the day at positive 1.9, but it does look like a retracement is in order. On the new day, you're down 1.19%. 4 hour. What do we got? What do we got here? You have triple bearish divergence on the 4 hour, and it looks like you're lining up for a lower high. That's kind of unfortunate. Kind of unfortunate, unless you start putting in the hidden bullish divergence, but that's yet to be determined. Right now, you are testing the more recent uptrend. If you happen to fail, you got support. You got 2 supports down below. So I'm thinking zinc might be taking a little tumble with the rest of the markets. So we could see this thing go down 3 to possibly 6.8%. What I'm looking at. If all of the markets are bearish, I'm gonna have a little bit of a sway to the bearish side. If all of the markets turn green tomorrow, well, then I have a completely different outlook on life. Because I do see hidden bullish divergence here. And as of this area here, would be looking at where did we get to? We hit the 1618. Retracing is common. If we do get a break to the upside, 3,776 would be the next target. So you'd be looking at a move about 10% upside. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? I am here. Oh, my hat? Yeah? Yeah? I got you. How about you wear it? You wear it. You're gonna be the trader soon. All right, my son's gonna run the show here. Oh no, you had the hat on. You got to do it. Here, grab the mouse. Grab the mouse. We got to go to the next chart. You got this. You gotta show them the TA. We got baby TA in the house. There you go. Are you ready? You prepared? You can't talk with the passing in your mouth. I don't think he wants to wear the hat, guys. Baby TA is awesome. I don't think he wants to wear the hat. Oh, yeah? You just want to take it? Alrighty. So, anywho, I love how he can decide if he likes the hat or hates it, right? Hey, little man. Say hi. Say hi. 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 Say hi. Hi. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get back to our regular viewing. Oh, don't grab that. Don't you grab that. Alright. Next up, SFL. SFL. So, this is SFL Corporation Ltd. Let's check her out. Beautiful price action. How low are we? That's a 4-hour that I'm saying is beautiful. Sheesh. Oh, we're real low. Whoa, getting the higher low action with bullish divergence. Beauty, beauty. All right, all right. There we go. There you go. That was a big burp, buddy. That was a big burp, bud. All right. Now we got to get our levels in here. You see that level right there? See that level, buddy? See how it acted as support? And then it became a resistance again? We're now trying to break above. This is good. With bullish divergence to push us above. Nice. A confirmation low, higher. Ooh. Great call here, Jim. This is looking pretty saucy, pretty caked up. Oh, boy. Beautiful breakout, too. Oh, man. I like what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing some good stuff. So at this moment in time, we are just looking for a common retrace, getting you up to 1165. A bubba. A bub. A bub. All right, let's go into the daily here. All right, you just retook the daily 200 simple moving average and bullishly backtested it for what, like a week? 2 weeks? 2 weeks bullish backtesting. Beautiful to see that. I love it. I love it. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. All right, in the shorter term, you're going to be looking for this thing to get up to 1019 and a nice little test of that downtrend. Doesn't look bad. Does not look bad at all. I like it. So this is what I'd be playing it. 15 to 31% upside. It's looking good there, Jim. I like this. I like it a lot. Next up, we got Mon. Thanks, Borg. No problem, Eleni. No problem at all. Mon. What the heck is this? Oh, it's a crypto. Gotcha. Alrighty. You know, they all hear you. They know you're here. You are being seen. All right, so we did have an uptrend. We are currently hanging on to a level of support. Wow, not even back testing it. Double test to the downside. This does have opportunity of greatness. What is this thing? What are we doing here? This is wild. Wild and crazy. So you had a beautiful little downtrend. You had a break, a back test, and you're moving and grooving. Let's go into your 4-hour. 4-hour looks great. Bullish back test on the 50 simple, and now you're moving to the upside. This is good. This is really good. All right. Don't you try grabbing that. All right. Thing I don't like, I really don't like, is you have this right here. Right here. You can see how it was support, resistance, resistance, resistance. Became resistance again, but this time on the 4 hour, you got overbought. So it's nice that we're getting this price action. Let's hope you can break above it, because if you can't, I'll see you at 1684. If you can't, I'll see you at 1684, because bearish back tests are a real thing. I do like the higher low situation here. You're still below the 200 simple on the 4 hour, so this is just feeling like the bearish back test. Noted, you get above it. Now we're going to talk about a new uptrend. Now we're going to stop being so bearish out here. But as of right now, common retrace is what we're aiming at. So likely possibility you get up to 2603. Likely possibility. So yeah, this doesn't look that bad. Does not look that bad, especially with the movements you're getting right now. Momentum is on your side. Momentum's on your side. 21% upside is what I'd be looking for. You also like to request TSEM. Gotcha covered. Just make sure we're not overbought. Oh, we're good. We got oversold. Oh, boy. Oversold, hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour. The 1 hour wants to play ball. The 1 hour wants to play ball. Oh, it was a... Jeez. Wild. You even have it from back here. Jeez. Crazy. So yeah, if momentum stays on your side, I'll see this 21% upside move. If momentum dies off and you start falling, 1684 is your safety net that you're hoping to hold. Just need Bitcoin not to dump. Just if Bitcoin dumps, this thing's probably gonna get wrecked. You want the hat again? Yeah? All right, bud. Let me type this ticker in, then I'll let you grab it again. All right, that's what we're seeing out of Mon. TSEM. All right, Tower Semiconductor. Ooh, the semiconductors did not have a bad day at all, apparently. Here you go. Love you, bud. Love you, babe. No problem, Eleni. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for all the requests. I don't like this chart. You have so much bearish divergence. I don't like this. And it just keeps on creeping to the upside. Wow. We looked at this forever ago. Holy crap. We looked at this in June of last year, I believe. I called for 89% upside back then. God damn. Yeah, this thing's been running. Yeah, just running. Sheesh. I mean, you'd be looking for 150. It's just, it looks like it's trying to peter out right now. I don't really like the look of this. And on the daily, I guess we have a bullish dragonfly. So I've never seen this before. You had a gap up, a wick down. Somebody would say this might be a very bullish sign. Now you have a bearish engulfing candle right next to it with a wick to the downside. I've never seen that before. I don't know what to make of that. It seems like people want to sell this thing off. They're just getting bought back up suddenly. But this looks to me like it's going to peter out. If it were me, I'd be taking profits. I would have sold it all off, honestly. Looking at this weekly time frame, you are so overbought. There is no reason this keeps on going. The price is hitting previous levels from the pre-diluted period of the company's history. Rarely see it. Has me prepared to exit. Yeah, no, if it were me, I would have sold this. But then again, I'm also the same person that decided to sell off Tesla when it hit, I think, $660. I had bought it at $300 way back in the day. It hit $660 and I was like, I made some money. And then I watched it go all the way up to like $1,250, and then it did a 4-way split. And I was like, I messed up. Me and my youth, stupid decisions. I was learning. But yeah, no, this thing, I would take profits. Either way, nice thing. You are above 103. That is great. I would love to see a back test of something. Get just something. Come back down, back test that 103. If you lose the 103, that's fine. We can go a little bit lower. Wow. Thanks for the TA, man. Do you think hype climbs back into that range in the top? Overcome. Thank you so much for the $5 on the super chat. I do greatly appreciate it. And I don't think so. I don't think so. Not right now. While the market is in uncertainty and hype is still releasing tokens, I think it's just going to see that 34% downside that I was talking about a little bit earlier. After that, I don't know. The market needs to get really hot for that thing to start going up. It really needs to get hot. The entire left half of the chart is from before they diluted the stock, so it's impressive. Even touched base with those previous levels. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. That is crazy. But yeah, this is all the way back in 03. Sheesh. That was 23 years ago. My God. My God. This is back in 04? 22 years ago? Sheesh. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. But yeah, no, I would be taking profits on this thing. I would cut bait and run. If it does move up, the upside potential at these prices right now, it's so minuscule compared to the downside potential. So maybe you hit 150, maybe you hit 171, but until you get some back tests, some bullish back tests, I would be very weary of holding this one. I would really only be looking for shorts. I don't like when charts do this. It doesn't make me feel good. Now, if you somehow got oversold on the daily, well, then I'd start feeling good again. But you haven't been oversold on the daily since all the way back at this dip back in April. Almost a year ago. Almost an entire year ago. You took one dip and then you ran. So the rallies do come to an end eventually. All right, that is TSEM. Let's make a little hot lap back over here to hype so you can understand what I was saying here. With hype, so getting back into, I'm guessing you mean the top range, so above 37.59. I don't think we're going to do that at all right now, and that's solely because we were unable to touch it. We were unable to touch 37.35, and on your daily time frame, we got overbought. That means there was way more buying pressure going into this move than there was back when the price was all at much lower prices, or basically on a retrace. When you were looking for a common retrace, this thing was like, nah, we're not giving any strength to this crap. And now it's just like, all right, we're going to squeeze out as many shorts as possible so that we can send this thing down even lower. So that's usually the point of looking for hidden bearish divergence. And the hidden bearish divergence is coming from the fact that you have a recent high here and a lower high here. See how that's just trending down? Yeah, that's the problem that we have. Because also, if you look at this area in your RSI, you would be looking at this type of move right here. Oh God, it's even worse than I thought. Even if you go to this previous high up here, your RSI is still higher down here. Ugh. So much worse than I thought. Oh no. Oh no, we could actually draw this. Oh God, that is a sharp retracement. No way. Yeah, we're getting 35% downside. Minimum. Yes. We're going to call that. We're going to package that up and ship it. That's just... Damn. Damn. That's not good. Distribution is a healthy part of any asset's life cycle. Painful for people who start buying there, though. That's true. Very painful for those who start buying in the wrong area. With hype, yeah, maybe I should start talking about buying areas. So for hyper liquid, if we can get down into this range, down here, anything below 16.75 and 10.30, anything in this range, I would equate that as the buying opportunities. Something in here. Anything in this range down here. But until you get down there, don't buy spot. Not right now. You don't want to do that. So, yeah, that's how I like to DCA. I like to keep my costs low, and I like to keep the profits high. And then I'll hold on to these things almost forever until they hit my profit-taking levels, or it just goes to zero. I mean, that's really how it is on my spot bags. I'm like, hey, I got levels, I'm going to take profit. And then once we hit those levels, great, I'm out. I took my profits, I feel good, and I can move on to other things in my life. But I will not buy at these higher prices. I will never buy at those higher prices. I'll trade it, but I won't buy it. That area would be so incredibly juicy. BGB is a great example of what these exchange tokens can do. Yeah, actually, let's go check out BGB real quick. BGB. This is the BitGet token. They took the model of what Binance was doing. So BitGet. So you can see, oh my god, what a move. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. We can short this. Hold on. I'm excited now. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. We could short the ever-living daylights out of this thing. Holy shit. Good call. Good call. Great call. Jim, we appreciate you, Jim. Got Jim? Love you. This is what you call inefficient price action. You see that shit? Oh my god. We are going down to $1.34. Oh boy. Oh, this is so juicy. Oh. Yep. We're gonna. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Jesus. With the hidden bearish time. Oh my god. We have a trend to work off of? No way. Oh my Lanta. Oh my god, it's worse. No. There's no way. No, oh, no way. Really? It's gonna be like that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Sorry, I'm fangirling over here. This looks amazing. Oh boy. Oh boy, we have 3 targets. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh my god. 60% downside? Oh, love it. Oh boy. We could feed off this thing. Goodness, beautiful request. Hold on. What chart is that? BGB. Oh, you bitch. Okay, hold on. BGB. Son of a. Damn it! And that's why it's going to go so low. I can't trade these things on normal exchanges. What about Pumpkin? What do we got for Pumpkin? Damn it! Damn it! NordVPN. Jeez. You can trade this thing on BitGet and Mexi. And Bybit, apparently. You could trade it on Bybit, BitGet, and Mexi. Damn it. And you have to have a VPN if you're in the US for BitGet's exchange. You have to. Used to not have to. You have to now. Overcome. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Holy
Chad of the
shit.
chat is here. Can't find it on Mexi. Really? You can't? Weird. It's probably just on spot then, not on futures. Haven't fired up the BitGet account in a minute. Might be time, right? No, but you can get BitGet, and you have to throw on your VPN and enjoy. Just don't forget to put on your VPN, because if you do, yeah, they'll block you out of your account. It's really rough. Still an absolute noob who pays 45,000 in tuition. Yikes, 45K. That's tough. That's tough. Golly, this is beautiful. Yeah, no, we're only looking at downside. As soon as you lost $4.03, I'm surprised it wasn't a straight line down. Realistically, I'm surprised it wasn't a straight line down. But yeah, you getting overbought slightly higher on your RSI than you were back here. That's a sign this is your downtrend right now, and it's going to be very hard to break it. Very, very hard to break it. So you're going to just enjoy all the gains to the downside. Oh man, and you wouldn't even buy it at this level. You would wait until it gets down here to like 63 cents. Then you'd consider buying this thing. Unless they start doing their corporate buybacks sooner than later. But considering you need the VPN to get onto their exchange, they don't got the numbers. They don't have enough money. So yeah, I don't think they're going to prop up their own token too well. They're not as big as KuCoin. And I love KuCoin. I love it. But KuCoin, yeah, that thing. Toast also. Anyways. So yeah, as of right now, until news changes, we're looking at the bearish side of the market. And well, then once news changes, well, we could be on the bullish side. But yeah, got a great call here, Jim. Holy crap. Then we look at hype again. So, Hyperliquid. What you're doing, you had support, you fell straight through it. Now, you would be looking at this previous high here. And what you really don't want to see is this price come up, make a lower high, or even maintain the current downtrend. So if it maintains this current downtrend, you test the trend with a higher RSI than this previous high, right here. So if you get into that bullish control zone, you're up in this range here, you're above this, but that price is lower, short it. Let it go down. It's going to be okay. Back-to-back bearish Q1s, getting deja vu. Oh, yeah. We're going to see how it goes, though. If private credit can figure their stuff out, I think we're going to be okay, but I don't know if private credit's going to figure it out. Hype's doing something weird here. You have hidden bullish divergence on the 15. You can see it really plain as day here. But I don't know if that's going to come to fruition. I really don't. Let's see if we see it on higher time frames. On the 1 hour, you definitely see it. Wow. All right. Hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, you do not see hidden bullish divergence. You just have a higher low. So that's cool. And that hidden bearish divergence is on the daily. So the daily will take over. So don't get caught off guard, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get caught off guard. The higher the time frame, the more it's going to take over. So when you find bullish things on low time frames, make sure it lines up with the current trend, at least on the daily or the 4 hour. If it doesn't line up with the trend on the daily or the 4 hour, there's a high probability that trade will not go your way. So yeah, be careful out there, kids. Be careful out there, kids. But I got nothing else to talk about. I'm going to eat my dinner. I'm going to get ready for bed. I do appreciate each and every one of you members. You guys are absolutely amazing. Watch out for the volatility. Futures expirations is tomorrow. It is the final Friday of the month. So expect the market makers to do anything and everything they can to make as much money as possible. And yeah, then we can just look forward to February. So other than that, guys, I'm getting out of here. Keep your stop losses tight. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy and sleep well. If you're not a part of the Discord yet, join the Discord. It's a great place to be. If you need an exchange to facilitate any of your trading, go ahead and check the links in the description down below. They are here to help you get amazing deposit bonuses. Take advantage. Take advantage. Always a pleasure, Porgy. Always a pleasure, Jim. Thank you, sir. No problem, Eleni. Thank you once again, Overcome, for the $5 super chat and becoming a member. Welcome in. Welcome in. You're now a part of the community, whether you like it or not. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Deuces. Take it easy. Sleep well.